excuse the lighting. Our power just went out, so I'm running on battery and no light. But I couldn't wait any longer. I already went all the way through yesterday without opening it, and this box is really heavy, so I'm really curious to see what's inside. So you're gonna have to bear with me. It's gonna be a little dark, but we're gonna look and see what's inside anyway. So come on, let's take a look. Okay, you're gonna have to excuse my desk. It's a cluttered mess. So I got everything scooted around the box. So just ignore everything you guys see on the side. Let's take a look and see what's inside this box. And I forgot to cut this off screen, so here we go. Yeah, it's storming really bad outside right now. We lost our power, so I've got what light is coming into the window shining on my desk. So hopefully it'll be enough. Alright, ooh, I think I know what this is. Oh, I'm excited. I've wanted to do this for a while. This has been a big thing on that I've seen on Facebook lately. A lot of pouring medium. So, and let's see. We are not studying, as you can see here. Helen Frankenthaler, Abstract Expressionism. So, let's see. Pouring medium, I believe. Yep, acrylic paint pouring. Fun! Okay. So in this box, we have the pouring medium by Deco Art. We have the satin, that's a multi-surface satin iris color, so it's a purple. We have a little board here by Art Alternatives. A wooden board. We got the cotton ball color, and we have lipstick. Some very interesting names. So this is a little bit of paint we're working with. Another board, bigger board. Then we have a canvas, all by Art Alternatives. And then we have an even bigger canvas. So they really loaded us down with supplies this month. This is going to be exciting. So I can't wait to get started. I'm hoping to do this in the next couple of days, so stay tuned and we'll see what we can make with the fun stuff in this box. Okay, so it took me a little bit longer to get started than I thought. I actually ended up doing this the very end of the month. I just got so busy I have other commissions I'm working on. Anyway, so to prep myself, I laid out a piece of cardboard on my floor, and then I got a cookie sheet and laid some wax paper over that, and then got some little cups and stuck them under the canvas. So it's propped up there. So that's where we're at right now. And right now I am mixing my colors with the pouring medium. And I tried mixing the 2 parts paint to 1 part pouring medium. And I didn't really measure accurately. So some of the paint was, in some points, it was really thick. Other points, it was really thin. But I really liked how it turned out, so I can't complain. And let's see here, I am starting out with my dirty pour. I'm adding all my colors into 1 cup, and they recommend you pour it high so that as it falls down, it creates a pattern. It keeps it from mixing together. So that is where we're at now. I'm getting ready to prop my canvas on top of the cup. Carefully tip it over. You want to make sure you have a firm grip on it so it doesn't leak through and make a big mess. And then I tap the bottom to make sure all the paint got down where it was supposed to. Now, my box did not come with a palette knife. I think it got lost in shipping. So I just used one of my other palette knives. So that is not the knife that those of you who have the Smart Art box got. That is my own. Now here I am. This is where I realized my paint was a little on the thicker side in some cases. So I had to rotate a little bit more than I thought I was going to have to, but that's all right. You live and you learn. It still turned out really nice. I didn't get as much purple as I had hoped. All the purple's underneath all the paint, but still turned out fine. I'm sure if I scraped off the top layer, there'd be like a whole bunch of purple under there. So that is that one. It went really quick, and I didn't quite get my fill, so I said, well, why not? Let's do another one. And here I am adding my some of my inks that I have, my acrylic inks, to give it more effect. This one, I believe, is my copper color. It's kind of glittery, and it didn't really show up very well in this one, but I used the copper and my black ink, and I mixed it in my later pours, and it added some fun little effects to it. So here I moved it aside and decided, okay, well, let's use up another canvas. I had not planned on using all four of them, but I just had so much fun I couldn't help myself. So here I'm like, okay, well, let's try one of my, I think the next one I used was my board. Was it a board? I think it was a board. So it's coming up next. So here I'm adding more pouring medium to some and not so much to the others. I wanted to have the red a lot thinner than the rest. I'm not sure how well I achieved it, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, there's my feet in the background. I had been wearing shoes, but they're just uncomfortable to sit on a hard floor, so I just took them off. So those are my toes you see in the back there. More wax paper made cleanup a lot easier when I had the wax paper there. I was able to peel all the paint off in the cups that ended up sticking to everything because of all the paint. So here I am mixing my colors, more paint, more pouring medium. I finally just quit keeping track of how much to what, so I just poured until it felt right. Now this one is the board, and I got one of those little cups and I propped it underneath. And then this is where I just poured directly onto the board, all right in the center. And just moved it back and forth till I got the effect that I want. I realized the white was not showing up. It was apparently the thickest of the paints and stuck right in the middle while the rest just ran over it. So a little bit of adjusting that one to get the white to show up. I think I ended up running my fingers over it for a really quick second to reveal the white in there. And I decided I'm just going to pour some more on there. So here I am, and it's all purple. It looked cool, but it was all purple, and then the little copper that I had in there. There we go. There I'm adding some more white, and found out how thick it really was, and just kind of stuck right there in the middle. This one took a lot more effort than the rest of them did because the consistency was so off. So I just messed around until I got it how I liked it. And I made a horrible mess. I still have paint in my fingernails. It's really hard to get out fingernails. But it cleaned up really well everywhere else. So here I am dripping. I'm even shaking it a little bit to get it to move where I wanted it. More purple. For some reason, I felt like I needed more purple because I didn't have enough. My favorite color out of all of the set was the red. And for some reason, I used more purple than red in this one. Not intentionally, it just happened. The purple, I think, ended up being thinner than the rest of it, so it spread a lot better. And there are my hands, covered in paint, all sticky. I had a couple paper towels that I used to wipe my hands off, and they just got so gummy. I had to keep replacing the paper towel. So here we are. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I think I'm gathering, and I'm trying to find my paper towels. I believe that is what I'm doing. Probably should have edited this boring part out. There we go. Back again. Okay, so I set that one aside and decided, well, I hadn't quite got my fill yet then either, so I pulled out the wax paper and decided, well, let's just use up all of them. I have all four. Let's use all four. So here I am using the smaller canvas board, and then I pull out the even smaller wood canvas board, and decided to try things a little bit differently this time. So instead of there, I'm adding the black to my white, and then I'm adding the copper to the red, and I stirred it just a little bit to get the swirls in there, and it turned out really cool. So there I am stirring it, wiping off my knife, very important. I didn't want to mix colors. There we go, just drizzle it wherever. And see how the ink just kind of spread over the kind of oh gosh, I can't talk. Kind of a marbly look. I really like that. There's some purple and the red. Then I spread it around a little bit, and it's a lot thinner, a lot more more like the consistency that I wanted. Spread a lot easier. And even though that looked really cool, I wanted to have more blending. So I continued on. As soon as I got it sort of across the canvas, I decided, well, I have paint left over. Let's see what we can do with these canvases. They look nice now, but not where I wanted them. So here I am contemplating what I'm going to do. And I decide, well, I've got leftover paint. Let's just keep going until I'm out of paint, or it's where I like it. And that's just out of paints in the cups. I still have at least all 3 bottles, I think, are more than halfway full still. My pouring medium, I think I have half the bottle. But there was a lot of paint in pouring medium. So I'm so happy. That's why I like the Smart Art Box to get the full-size product so I can do projects later. All right, I'm adding more purple. And moving it around, get it where I want it. And as you can see, the cups are sticking to the bottom of the canvas. Yeah, this is not, if you have a problem with getting your hands dirty, this project is not for you. My hands got so covered in paint. Luckily, I kept it off my floor and off my clothes. My hands were covered. I had to stop a couple times to wash my hands. Adding some more red, this time in little streamers, give it more of a cool effect. And move it around a little bit. I just had so much fun with this project. If they had given me more canvases, I would have used them all up. This project took me a total of maybe 45 minutes to do. And it was just so much fun. I will be using this technique for backgrounds for other paintings, for sure.
Okay, now to recap. Now I'm going to try something a little different. It was such a nice day outside, and since I'm in Guam, I might as well take advantage of it. So we are doing this outside today. Hope you all don't mind. I'm squinting. I usually wear my sunglasses outside, but for the camera I didn't want to, so that's why I'm squinting. No, I apologize. Alright, so let's recap on the Smart Art Box. So here are my completed projects. Here's this one. This one I did what they call the dirty pour, where I mixed all my colors into one cup and then I put the cup on here. You know, you saw it on the video. So that was this one. That was a lot of fun. It actually, I had so much fun that went so fast. I was like, I didn't really get to enjoy it too much. So that's why I wasn't planning on using all of the canvases, but then I did. And I had so much fun with these. I'm so glad that I got full-size supplies, because I will be doing this again for backgrounds and stuff for other paintings. But yes, this one was a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I just didn't want to waste my own paints for it, and I didn't have the pouring medium. So this box was perfect for me at this time. So well done, Smart Art. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I will be using these as backgrounds for other projects. So probably like quotes, or maybe some doodling or something. I think it'll be a lot of fun to have hanging on my wall with that. So that's it for the Smart Art Box for May of 2018. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Sorry, talking is hard. And I will see you all again next time. Bye.